Saturday, 13th of September. I've been up here for a little while. I fixed the log. Had to get a tool. I was trying to use straps, do a Chinese come along. Wasn't working. So I went down and got me one of them there things. And I cinched it down. If you remember yesterday, the log was up about 4 or 5 inches or so. Now it looks like yada yada. Do all the way across. So got her fixed. And as you can probably see, I got my caprock in. Hey, that took a month of Sundays. But I've got it up on rocks and everything. I just started a fire in there. And yes, it's still blowing this way because there's no chimney. And I still have to build this side and this side out. And what I'll do is I'll probably put this piece of metal on there, kind of shape it down just a little bit. And then I'll lean rocks onto the caprock, both sides, or get up to it, and have this piece of metal slid up underneath it, but kind of tilted down, and it'll keep the smoke from coming out this way when I get the chimney. And so that means that, well, here I am going to fall over in here. That rock's not going to stay. It's not big enough. I've got one over there. But I'm going to build this out just a little bit and kind of square it off. But this is what I was talking about, making this thing big enough to support a fire. Yes, I do not have a piece of metal underneath there. That's okay. This caprock is big enough. If it pops a little bit, drop some down, it'll last for quite a while. And then if I have to, I'll find another damn rock. Or I'll just put a couple of pieces of metal over the top, a piece of plate metal, and then I'll just put some rocks underneath that'll fit underneath the next log that's going to go there, and chink it up. So it's going good. Anyways, September 13th. Guess what day it is? First day of hunting season. Now, turkeys don't come in for a little while. That's all right. But I've been hearing them all morning. All morning. Went down to check my corn. A little bit of it eaten. But down at the path, this side path, where it goes over to my truck, where you first start coming up the hill, where I park my truck, you got to go through some trees and stuff, and then the roadbed ends down there. So you got to kind of walk up and around where I've been walking up and around. Deer track, bear track. There's a game trail right there. It comes down off the hill and ends up right there. So there's kind of like a little open spot down there. I've got some corn to go in there. I'll put it down as soon as I get done today. I'll take it down. But got a couple shots off on some squirrels today. No go. Because I'm using a pellet rifle. It's not like a shotgun. I'm giving them all kinds of chances. I kind of like to let everything have a chance. I was up here trying to figure out how to get this caprock in here. And what I had to do is put the rocks on one side, hang it up, then pick it up and hold it with my knees, that's like 300 pounds. Hold it with my knees while I stuff rocks up underneath the other side. And I get it a little higher. I just pick it up with one hand, and I stuff a rock up underneath there. And then I go to the other side, pick it up with one hand, and stuff another rock in the other side. That took me about 45 minutes to put in there. But that's the rock I wanted in there. I think I actually got it spun around the wrong way, but you know what? It's going to stay right there. That thing is heavy, heavy, heavy. I took the other caprock out right here. It's a little thin for my liking, so whatever. So, yeah. Well, been kind of watching the news. And all it is about Charlie Kirk. And about these idiots that are laughing at Charlie Kirk's death. You know, celebrating it and everything. And it's good to see that a lot of them are getting fired from their jobs. And if they go try to get another job, I hope their former employer passes it on and shows them that video. I hope they don't get a job. And then I hope the federal government says, no Section 8, no food stamps, you're cut. Guess what? Have a good day. Maybe they'll learn. There's a couple of them on there that sat there and said, oh yeah, people have identified me online and showed pictures of my house. Well, I have a husband and kids, and that's not fair. Well, guess what? Somebody's getting their just rewards. So, they deserve it. Literally, they deserve it. I'm not laughing that they lose their jobs and shit. It's just that they're getting karma. Karma's coming right around biting them in the ass. That's what I laugh about. There's quite a few of the gun advocates online saying, you know what, we ought to just go hunting. I kind of agree with that statement on a few people. But for the most part, nah. Karma will come around and bite their ass. So, yada, yada, yada. Put my monster down. We're starting to get a decent fire in here. Let's breathe some smoke for a while. Since it's about noonish anyways. I got up here late. Hiya. Choke on the smoke. Whoosh. Playing around with emphysema, it ain't no fun. Emphysema and COPD, me and smoke don't get along. Although I smoke cigarettes, this is a different kind of smoke. Whew. Thank God I can't smoke pot. I'd cough so hard I'd blow my damn lungs out. But anyways and anywho's, yeah, I can't really do you on the tree much no more. I'm going to have to put some nails up a little higher because we're getting down to where you're just about seeing the walls on my intro. So, I might put some nails on, like, on one of these logs and sit there and do it from there so you guys will be about like so. You get to see me pretty good. So, yeah, that caprock was something else. But we got a nice little fire going in there now. I want to see how big of a fire I can get in there, which I think that's going to be about it. When that starts burning, I just keep a low little fire in there. I don't need nothing huge because a little fire in the wintertime is going to heat this place up. It ain't going to take long. So, yeah. What else we got going on? I was just splitting some wood up for kindling. Both my saws are still down. I got one in the truck, one down at the house. I got to tear apart today. Still trying to figure out this stupid car. Because I can't find where the damn, it won't tell me where the sensors are at. So, I got an idea. If you pull up a wiring diagram, or schematics if you want to call it that, it shows which wires go to what little component. And it'll have so many wires on a plug. And there's different plugs on this whole thing, so if I can figure out which one goes to where, I've got 2 of these solenoids, so I'll take the old solenoid that worked, except for the temperature sending switch, or the sensor it should be. I'm going to change that out. There's another one that has to do with oil temperature. I'll change that one out off the new one that I got, because that one is not shifting. Now the old one shifted, so we're going to take the old one, replace the parts in it, stick it back up in the transmission, and voila, we're going to fix it. So when I get back out of here, wiring diagrams for days. So, don't know from there. I just enjoy being up here. I mean, I was coming up here. I was gonna get this caprock in and throw some mud on the sides to get it all mudded up. I'll do that next time I get up here. I just said, to hell with it, I want a fire. I'm gonna sit down, relax. I've been busting my ass for days. My wrist hurts from, I was throwing around this big log yesterday and tweaked my wrist. And it don't feel too good today. Didn't feel good last night neither. So thank God I'm on some medication that's painkillers. And I'm not talking ibuprofen. I'm talking serious painkillers. I'm on like 2 or 3. So, I took a good one right before I went to sleep. Boy, it helped me sleep too. Whew. For what I did sleep. When I did sleep, I slept hard. I slept because my brain was going last night. I didn't get to sleep till 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was up at 4. So yeah, I'm working on 3 hours of sleep. But I'm good. I'll take off out of here in a little while and go back down to the house. And I may not be up here tomorrow. I think I'll just work on chainsaws and fix this stupid car. Get it done and out of my freaking hair. But I wanted to come up here while it was still cool and stuff, because it's starting to warm up. And put that come along on here and suck that log down. And since I already had it spiked, I suck it down a little bit, pound the board down so it kind of overwent on the spike. Suck it down, pound the log down. Suck it down a little bit, pound the log down. And then when I got it down to about where I wanted it, then I beat the spike in. So it'll hold. It won't pop back up. It won't boing. And besides, it ain't going to go nowhere anyways. Because when I start laying logs in here, that thing's going to have a lot of weight on it and it won't have to move. So that's why I'm kind of spiking all these damn logs in. And you know, the funny thing is, I can't find my stupid drill. It's not in the tent, and it's not down in the shed where all my tools are at. I think it's in my truck. And I don't know where in my truck it's at. So I gotta go find that damn thing so I can drill again. This pounding, the reason why I need it is because if you don't pre-drill a hole, these things end up being all gnarbly and stuff. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a hacksaw and I'll cut these off, and then I'll pound the ends down in there. But I'll bring a hacksaw up. I'll pull them up straight. Just beat them up straight. Cut them off and then pound them down in there. So I'm not going to worry about them. But if you have a drill, you go through the first log, the head's going to suck the log down while it's spiking into the next log. So we're gonna be good. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of stay away from the house today. It is awful sad that Charlie Kirk died, but right now it's getting so much media attention, and I don't want to do a video on it. Everybody else is. I'm trying not to. I'd rather make these videos, which are nice and happy, because we happy. What was that one? Had something happen to me the other day. And it was funny as hell. Oh, I know what it was. I was driving down the road the other day. And this is what I'm talking about. Be nice. Do nice things to everybody else. If you're going to be an idiot, you know, own what you're doing, right? Just don't, you know, like road rage. Don't get pissed off at everybody else because you cut somebody off. That's not right. Well, anyways, I was driving around Montgomery, West Virginia the other day. And, I mean, it's a small town. But it's still got like a little highway that goes through there. A lot of big trucks, coal trucks and stuff go on there. And this guy behind me had to get in front of me. I mean, just had to get in front of me. So he whips around on me on a double yellow line, which is, you're not supposed to pass. And he shot by me. And about took off the front bumper of my truck. So I laid on the brakes and it, come to a screeching halt. The guy looked in his rearview mirror and stopped his car, and I thought, this dumbass gonna get out here and pick a fight with me. He come out of the door. He didn't look like he was mad. He walked up to my door and asked me to roll my window down, so I rolled it down because I'm not afraid of nobody. And he sat there and he said, I want to apologize to you. That was the stupidest thing I've done all day. And I said, yeah, well, there's a lot more in the day, but, you know, I accept your apology. Evidently, you needed to go somewhere, and I'm retired. So, if you need to go, go. Just don't take off my front bumper next time. And he said, man, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That's how a road rage incident's supposed to go. The one that was in the wrong, own up, apologize about it. Don't get out your car and wave a damn tire iron around because you're stupid. Be nice about it. Be nice to people. But just to me, it was kind of funny because I'm always talking about, look, be nice. Well, come to find out, on one of my videos that I showed on YouTube, there's a guy that watches me. And guess who that was? Same idiot almost took off my bumper. So I won't call him an idiot no more. He's a nice guy. He just pulled a boner. And he owned up to it. Which is what you're supposed to do. I mean, if I'm being an idiot and I do something stupid, I own up to it. Why not? Just because I'm being an idiot and nobody else is. I like being an idiot. I really do. I enjoy being an idiot. There's a reason why I enjoy being an idiot. Because everybody thinks I'm an idiot. Well, no. I do idiotic things because of a couple different things. One of them is, if people think you're simple-minded, they kind of give you a little bit of extra leeway. I'm not simple-minded by any chance. I know what I do. I try to be smart about it, but when I become an idiot, I become an idiot. There's no doubt about it. I become an idiot. The other couple things are, I don't know, I'll figure them out later. But anyways, brought my deer call up today. See if I can call in some deer. I bought it off YouTube one day. And saw this guy, he had the same one. So we're going to try it out. You guys ready? Brand new deer call. Here, dear. Got some corn here. There's my deer call. So you can sit there and say, I was an idiot. I was an idiot. What else we got going on? Oh, no. But as you can see, that fireplace is big enough for what I want to do. And on the back side of that, I'll mud by the logs going across. I'll put all kinds of mud in there, and it'll keep the logs from burning and everything else like that. I think it'll work just peachy. So anyway, I'm going to let y'all go because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be up here. I was supposed to shoot a second video yesterday and never did. I just got fed up with the day not going right with me, so I went to the house and I just went and relaxed. To the hell with it. So, because I'm not challenging worse at all. Don't ever challenge worse. All y'all out there, don't challenge worse. Because it can get worse. If you sit there and say, oh, it can't get no worse than this, you want to bet it's gonna. It will get a hell of a lot worse. And you don't want to be in the middle of worse. Or worse than worse. Because you sit there and, oh, it can't get no better, or can't get no worse than this. Right? Then it gets worse. And then you sit there and go, well, it can't get any worse than this. And it will. Do not challenge worse. Worse will kick your ass. So. But anyways, I'm just kind of hanging out here. I got the rifle looking for squirrels and little things, you know. It's just 22 pellet rifle. I haven't brought up my big gun yet. My 30-06. Because it's not quite deer season. Not quite big game season. Now the 30-06, if a bear walks in, yeah, I'll take it. But I can't take it with a pellet gun. That just does not work. Does not happen. So, we are just having a good time up here. But yes, today is first day of hunting season. Yay, me. Now I get to act like a liberal. Let's go kill something. The only problem is, it's not people. Which is dumb as it is. I mean, here I am, hypocrite. It's my West Virginia hat. I thought I was wearing my veteran's hat. But I did 16 years in the Army. Tank mechanic, recovery specialist. And when we got told to go fight, we fought. So, and we were always told, you know, I know you all are willing to die for your country, but make the other guy die for his. You all go home. So, anyways, no, killing people is stupid. Even in a war, it's stupid. I agree with Trump. Needs to be a lot less killing around. A lot less wars. But there's a flip side to that. When he has designated people as their groups as terrorists because they're killing Americans. Listen to that statement right there for a minute. They're designated a terrorist group like Al-Qaeda like the cartels just did. Tren de Aragua, or whatever the hell it's called, MS-13. Those are all terrorist organizations because they kill Americans. They don't have to put a gun to your head. They can sell you drugs and you'll be dead as a doornail anyways. So when he does a strike, a surgical strike to take out these people, they were already combatants. They're the ones that started this mess. Otherwise, we wouldn't be going after them. They're killing Americans, which is... If you're against it, it's kind of like, okay, why don't you just go over there with the cartels? Since they're killing Americans and you're American, go side with the cartels. You won't last 5 minutes. Or if you're for that free Palestine crap. They're the ones that started that war. And if you're trans or gay for Palestine, go to Palestine. See what they do to you. They will throw you off a building and kill you. They've even said, we want the support, but not that kind of support. They don't want it. Because according to their religion, you're either a man or a woman. There is no gay, trans, whatever. If you are one of those, they will kill you. Whether or not you're Palestinian, they will kill you. So, I mean, these leftists are freaking loony nowadays. Why can't you deport an illegal person in the United States? Well, they're a person. Yes, I agree they're a person, but they don't have to be here because they're here illegally. Go back to your own country and make your crappy little country like the United States. Or just live in your crappy country, because that's the way the United States was going. They were turning it into a third world country. And you can disagree with me on that. But your taxpayer dollars gave them free money, free hotels, free crap, invited them in, and most of them are criminals. Well, actually, all of them are criminals. And you're going to sit there and say, no, they're not. Yes, they are. They're here illegally. That is a crime. That is a felony. So every damn one of them is a criminal. So let ICE do their job, because it is the law, and let them deport these people. They don't belong here. They won't assimilate into the United States culture. So the only thing that they're doing is they're taking jobs from you and me. I don't need one right now because I'm on Social Security. And you can sit there and say, oh, they're going to take away Social Security from you. No, they're not. Congress is the only one that can remove that. And then it's got to go up to the president. The president goes, veto, ain't going to happen. Then it's got to be passed by 2/3 of the government, of the Senate and the House. They don't have that kind of support, no way. So they're not taking it away from you. Medicare, Medicaid, same thing. They're not taking it away from you and me. They're taking it away from illegal people. People need to learn what that word means. Illegal. They can be a person, fine, all right, they're a person. I'll give you that. But when they're here illegally, they need to go back to their country of origin. Or in the case of that Maryland dad, not a Maryland dad, he's a damn gang member. And they gave him, if he was to go to jail for 5 years or so, whenever they said, then he would have been deported to Costa Rica as a free person, not a prisoner, a free person. And he didn't want to take that deal. So they went to send him back to El Salvador, and he said, oh, I can't go back to El Salvador because a rival gang will kill me. Now, Listen to that statement. A rival gang. And he said he's not a gang member. Wait a minute. A rival gang, which means you have to be in a gang. A rival gang is going to kill you. But he's not a gang member? No. He's talking like the left. So, he doesn't want to go back to El Salvador because he'll go in that cool-ass prison that they got there. And he probably would never get out. So, they want to deport him to a different country, and he says, no. I can't be deported to these. There's like 22 countries that he would be in fear for his life. That's why they came up with that little itty bitty country in Africa that nobody's heard of. And everybody and their brother in the news media all of a sudden became an expert on this place that they hadn't heard about until 5 minutes ago. That's when you know that the media is full of crap. And then now they're all, because of Charlie Kirk dying, they're all sitting there going, well, we need to do stuff about gun violence. Well, what about the girl that got killed on the bus in Charlotte and she was stabbed to death by a black guy with a knife? How about let's do something about knife violence. No, let's start putting people away that aren't right in the head. People that are that stupid and that far gone. I hope that guy gets the death penalty. I hope the guy that shot Charlie Kirk gets the death penalty. They are seeking that. I know that for a fact, and Utah will kill him. But still, that's not going to help anybody out. What they need to do is go back to medieval times, literally. Have public hangings. Oh, that would be cool. That would make a lot of people sit around and think twice about doing something stupid. Or do some sort of, he's going to die anyway, so do some sort of kind of torture, like skin him, boil him in oil, draw and quarter, put a horse on each arm and leg and just have him pull 4 different ways. All his arms and legs come off and he's just got a torso and a head left. And then he'll just be screaming and he'll die eventually. When you kill somebody, it's not humane anyways. Right? If you're going to kill somebody, it's pretty dramatic. Whether or not you use the needle or an electric chair or hanging or whatever, you're killing a person. There's no humane way to do it. So, since he took something from basically the United States, let's take something from him before he dies. Strip away his dignity. Literally. No, people that get the death penalty, I know there's people waiting because they don't have the drugs for the lethal injection. They can't get the drug for them. There's more ways to kill them than lethal injection. Hanging, firing squad, electric chair. They all work. They all work. And I fully support the death penalty for stupid people like that. Texas, they have a lane for an expedited killing you. If you have more than 2 people that saw you commit that act, that crime, you go to the head of the line for execution. And they don't care how they kill you. They just out and outright kill you. So, and I think that's the way it ought to be. More than 2 people saw you do it. There's how many hundreds of people there? They saw a shooter on top of the building shoot somebody. That's more than 2 people. So you would go to the head of the line in Texas and they wouldn't wait 2-3 years. When you go to court and you lose, you have 2 to 3 weeks for an appeal. Period. Okay, 2 or 3 weeks goes by. You lose your appeal. Guess what? They send you out a DOE, a date of execution. And that's the day you die. So, And I mean capital punishment, kill them. Don't let them sit and rot in jail. Eating food, costing us money. Get rid of them. That's why they're on death row. They got convicted. They did it. I mean, every once in a while, there might be an innocent person get killed. But if you can't prove you're innocent in 2 trials, see ya. You weren't worth it anyways. And when you start killing people, raping people, or being a pedophile and stuff, oh, you get a life sentence? No. You're not going to rehabilitate them. Kill them. Literally. There will be a lot of more open cells in a jail. Instead of doing this life in prison without parole, you might as well just execute them. Because you're going to let them die naturally, or you're just going to kill them outright and it won't cost you so much money. Do it. So, anyway, that's just the way I think. You can agree, you can disagree. Like I said, doesn't bother me. That's my opinion. You have yours, whatever. You know, we can agree to disagree. This is how I feel, and I doubt you'll change my mind. So, but anyways and anywho's, I want y'all to be nice to each other. That way, you don't go to jail. Just be nice to each other. Say a kind word. Open a door for somebody. Help an old lady or an old man get in and out of a car. Help put their groceries in the car. That helps them out a lot. All you got to do is ask. If they say no, no biggie. At least you ask, and they'll say, well, no, I don't need your help. Thank you very much. That thank you right there is enough. At least you gave it a shot. So, anyways, I'm going to let you go because I see a squirrel over there in the tree that I need to get. Other than that, it's me on a Saturday up here playing. I got the caprock in. All I got to do is mud all that up and make some couple little rock walls to bring it out some, and I'll either stick this other caprock in front. That's kind of, so the one caprock's like this, and I'll put the other one like this, so it takes the smoke out. Probably. But anyway, that's for tomorrow or whatever. I'll figure that out tonight. So, I'm going to let y'all go. I know you don't want to see me go, but this video is almost 40 minutes long already. So, anyways. If you like the content, and I mean, I try not to get political. I try not to go into different things. You know, I do tell you kind of like how I feel and stuff. But, basically, it's just building a cabin, which is what I'm going to get back to. I'm going to get back to just building a cabin. I'm going to show you how I do things. Straightening stuff out. Splitting wood. You know, people in the cities don't get to do that. People in different countries, because I've seen that a lot of people in different countries watch my videos, which is cool. I like that. People over in Europe, Poland mostly. A lot of people in Poland watch. And I wonder why that is. But thank you for watching. And most of them, the shorts, because I've got people, like some of my shorts have got over 1,000 views. But my normal videos, 3, 4. So, but if you like it, like, subscribe. I'll answer anything that you send me. I get the notifications. If you got a question on something, let me know. I'll try to be as honest and truthful as I can be, okay? Most of it's about building cabins. I can kind of give you a helpful hint. Where to go, how to do it. A lot of places, like in a national forest, If you go way deep in there and you build a cabin out there, nobody's going to care. But if you kind of build it towards a road where somebody can see it, they might have a problem. For the most part, they want you to have your own property like I do. I have 120 acres up here. Yep, that's me. So I'm putting it on my own property, trying to keep people out of here. And that's kind of a pain. I'm probably going to have to put a gate up or something. But anyways, yeah, you like and subscribe. Watch the videos. They might not be all in order. But you got to see from when I started this, and I had to clear out all these brambles to right now. And then there's going to be next ones. So, yeah, like and subscribe. It'd be fun. And if you got questions, ask me. Ask me how, why did I do this? Why did I do that? How come I'm putting a door in? How come I put a fireplace in instead of just a little stove? How big is my door going to be? How tall are walls? What am I going to do in the ceiling, the roof? Some of this I'm still getting figured out, but we're going to get there. So anywho's and anyways, I'm going to let you go. You know why? Because it's getting afternoon. I'm going to let the fire die down right there. And I'm probably going to drag up and get out of here for today. Because I did what I wanted to do. I got that log sucked down and I got the cap rock on. So, anyways. Oh, I'm going to get out of here. So, I'm going to go. So you guys know what time it is, right? Where I normally say, see ya. Right? That's normally the time. So. See ya.